wish I never opened. Unlearn the things I wish I never knew. And it came out through the bottle, came out through my fist, came out way too early, I wish it never did. My grandparents took me in, and by that time they picked cotton as kids, so they understood the value of a dollar, but by the time that I came along, they were very upper middle class. My grandfather owned the concessions at the Coliseum, so he started off as a carny. Push it down, comes out sideways. Push it down, it comes out sideways. Bitter roads turn into highways. He used to tell me these stories about him, pulling a wagon because he had a hole in his tongue. I think he maybe bit his tongue as a kid or something, but he'd put a hook in there and pull a wagon. He just saw people in half, and so he had these great stories. He was quite a character. I have days when it's just nose above the water. Keep it together while I fall apart. I have moments when I act just like my father, the only man who ever broke my heart. But it was a great place to grow up because every concert, all the rodeos, the circuses, all of that, I got into that free, so that's where I kind of fell in love with music. I would show up, and most of these people, I didn't even know who they were. REO Speedwagon, Aerosmith, Willie Nelson, Waylon, I mean, I saw everybody. Comes out disguised as anger, but it's really fear. Push it down, it comes out sideways. Push it down, it comes out sideways. I saw Elvis, which was great. My grandfather knew Colonel Tom Parker back in the Carney days, and since we're on film, I don't know how much I can cuss, but we had some tornadoes in Mississippi, and it was quite devastating, and they were looking for somebody to come and do some free shows, and my grandfather said, I can get Elvis, and they laughed at him, and you don't laugh at my grandfather, and so he made a phone call, and a few weeks later, Colonel Tom Parker and Elvis came walking into the room, and the first thing Colonel Parker said in front of everybody was, "Oh, S.D. Meadows, we used to shovel elephant shit together back in the carnival days." Bitter roads turn into highways. Push it down, it comes out sideways, sideways, sideways. He was quite an innovative man. He would take these Continental Trailways buses and convert them into campers, and he leased them to rock groups way before they were. No, everybody has a bus now, but back then that was not necessarily the case. And so he had 2 buses that he would lease to groups, and sometimes they would not be leased out, and he'd be like, you want to take the bus? And I'm like, yeah. So we'd stay gone the whole summer. I'd have the whole bus to myself, and he's driving, and we would just take off with no agenda. We'd go to Disney World, or we'd go to Gatlinburg. Push it down, it comes back up. Push it down.